Hey fishers, we've got a little bit of activity happening, a few changes. You may have noticed the Murrumbidgee River was a little bit dirty over the last few days. That was due to the heavy rains up around Jugiong, Harden, Young, all through that area. Washed a bit of dirty water in through the creeks. But look, it's pushing through now. We got clear water most of the weekend from, say, Pipers downstream or anywhere down that area. Fish really well down through there. Down in the channel and that sort of thing, fish well. We're happy with that. Also down at the dairy, there was a lot of good fish caught down in that area. The water was still clear there. Probably another 2 or 3 days. Well, by the weekend, she should be clear enough here to spin again. Bait fishing will be okay, without a doubt. There's no problem there. And there's a fair bit of activity around. The river fish quite well. Even with the dirty water going down, bait fishermen seem to do all right. Didn't get too much on lures. The Tumut River, you may have noticed, dropped low. I don't know how long that's going to last. They'll probably put a few flows down now that the creeks are sort of drop down to normal levels, and the Tumut River and also Burrinjuck will start to let water out again. They're both running pretty slow at the moment, not a great deal of water coming out there, but in the next few days you'll probably see that come back up again. We're getting some good reports from the Tumut River. There's quite a few trout coming out of it. I fished it myself the other day and it was fantastic. Got some nice little rainbows out of it. Didn't seem to matter what technique you used. There was quite a few fish rising that late afternoon session too. Fly fishermen should be up there by now and using hopper patterns. That'll cover the options exceptionally well. Blowering Dam, redfin are starting to move there. They've kind of been a bit on the quiet side, but we've got the build up to the full moon coming up. Now this is a bit of an assist. Next Wednesday is the full moon. This weekend should be a good one. I'd be putting a bit of time in late in the afternoon, night time, right up until about 1 o'clock in the morning probably. I think you'll find there'll be a fair bit of activity there. This is for the cod I'm talking now. Boat traffic has died down a bit. If there's too many boats up there, go and find a place where there's not a lot of boat traffic, then you'll get some good results. Redfin, 30, 40, 50 feet, you'll pick them up on your sounder and you should get a feed without too much trouble. Little yabbies will do the job just nicely, thank you very much. Blade, small soft plastics, Lunker City 2-inch, little paddle tails, absolutely perfect. Tantangra, Eucambine, yeah, a little bit on the so-so side. Did get a couple of good reports from redfin out of Talbingo. It was certainly worth the effort. Again, small yabbies seem to cover the options there pretty well. But if I was going to Tantangra and Eucambine, I'd make sure I had a bit of lead line for through the day, maybe even a downrigger. But early morning, before daylight, start flatline trolling right up in the shallows. You should do all right. Bait fishermen are doing okay. Wagga still moving all right up to Abercrombie Arm. Not a great deal on the main basin this week. Burrinjuck getting a few smatterings of report coming through there. It's not going crazy, but it's picking up as it starts to cool again now. Hopefully it'll cool again because this 40-degree temperature is sort of killing us all. But hopefully when it cools down a little bit, Burrinjuck will fire up, the yellows will start to fire again. The cod are definitely going to get very active. The water quality up there is fantastic at the moment. And like I said, that goes the same with Wagga. Getting a few out of there, right up Abercrombie Arm, not too bad. As it cools down, we'll get a lot more activity out of there as well. Anybody wanting to hit my whaler? I'm suggesting surface lure action. Absolutely fantastic down there. The casting lures, trolling lures, doesn't seem to be working as good as what the surface lure action is good. Late in the afternoon, night time, right up the Bundalong end seems to be the most consistent. So as you can see, we've got a bit of activity, still getting a few redfin coming out of the Hume Weir. Reasonably happy with that, but look, I've seen plenty of better days at the Hume Weir, and I did mention it last week, Old Man Creek, super disappointed with it, with the fishing out of there over the last couple of months. This weir at the creek is just controlling the creek too much. Water flows just aren't what they used to be. We'll cross our fingers and hope they improve that in the near future. Well, this is the Compleat Anglers Fishing Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.